we're looking at using this event as a building block, kind of a springboard to the next Olympic Games. I mean, we really focus on the Olympics every 4 years. Our Olympic Committee puts a premium on the Olympic medal results. So we've been fortunate to win medals at every Olympic Games since Taekwondo's been official games in 2000. So, of course, we want to get a couple medals here, but it's definitely a developmental building, building stages for us.
Yep, all about development too here.
In blue,
Hadi LORON,
representing
of
Iran.
He's in blue.
Hadi
MOSTEAN
LORON.
A couple of silver medals from the Universiade,
En azul,
University
representando
Olympics.
a Irán.
So he's used to
Hadi
fighting, and if
MOSTEAN
you've made
LORON.
it into the Iranian team at 58 kilos, you have to know your way around.
In red,
And he's
representing
coming up
Brazil,
Guilherme Alves of Brazil,
Guilherme Alves.
Pan American champion, and I think you've had a chance to see
De
him
rojo,
in action.
representando a
Yeah, I
Brazil.
tell you what, I mean, he
Guilherme
busted on the scene last
Alves.
year in the Pan Am region, and really nobody knew him. I didn't know who he was, and he has a very unorthodox style. It's not very pretty, but it's very effective. He's very tall, uses his front leg extremely well, defends extremely well. A lot like Cha, not as dynamic as Cha, but a lot, very similar style. But of course, the Iranians, they are just one of the best countries in the world for the sport of Taekwondo, from top to bottom, fin to heavy on the male side. Extremely talented, extremely well coached, and just they compete really well. So this should be an interesting matchup between these two newcomers, so to speak.
Yep, it is time for the new generation to make it through. Hadi MOSTEAN, of course, carrying the name of Hadi, double Olympic champion, Hadi Saeed, now involved in Iranian politics, but it's all about Hadi MOSTEAN of Iran. He is going against Guilherme Alves of Brazil. Just the last little instructions there from his coach. And the Mexicans love a party, but not many more than the Brazilians.
You know, the Brazilians are probably the best cheering fans in the world. They love their football, they love their Taekwondo, they love their MMA. So this is going to be a really interesting matchup for these guys.
Yep, and you mentioned the Olympic Games, of course, almost 1 year on, unbelievably. Since you mentioned the two athletes from the USA, Paige McPherson, Dennis Jennings, both grabbing a couple of medals for the USA. But it's all about this march to Rio, and what a star this young man could be, Alves, in 2016. He'll be looking to lay down a marker early in the Olympic phase. It is the taller Alves of Brazil in red against MOSTEAN of Iran.
Alves made a statement after he won the Pan Am Championships and said that
MOSTEAN of Iran in blue, a nice gesture between the two. You can see already just the height difference there for Alves.
look at the Iranian athlete. He just comes right at him, cuts off the ring, puts him in the sideline, so to speak. And wow, that's some confidence right there. That's some ring management. I like it. And that's what you have to do against a big guy. You can't let him have the full ring to work. On the verge of getting a counter. There you go, first deduction for Brazil.
Great work there from Hadi MOSTEAN. Great intensity. They bring doing nothing but being very threatening while doing it.
A little unfortunate, you know, Hadi kind of fouled him out of the ring. He's got a deduction himself, but still good presence overall for him. Good start.
As you would expect, semi-final here. No one wants to make a mistake. This is their sporting features here. MOSTEAN reaches in. Is that kick you had mentioned, Brian?
Impressive by Hadi. Impressive to come out against a guy again, 5'6" inches taller, just right away walk him to the back line. Gain 2 to the Kyungo and go up 1-0. Good start for him.
Yep, and Alves just in that open stance. He's going to have to try and open up here because he's been a little bit cagey. The taller fighter doesn't always look to reach in, but he does with great effect in that case.
Good call. You know, I was just going to say, don't fall asleep on him because this is exactly what he does. He plays possum, use that front leg. There's a 3-point face kick. And a Kyungo. There'll be a deduction coming here.
This is a proper fight. Great work from Alves. Clawed himself back into it. Takes that Kyungo. Doesn't make a big difference on the scoreboard, but a real intense matchup so far.
Alves, he'll play possum, but then he'll shoot off an attack every once in a while and catch you because you're getting over-aggressive, feeling like he's just moving back, and then you just get caught over-pursuing. And oh, there's a great double kick off the clinch by Hadi. Listen, this is a 4-2 match with one Kyungo in Brazil. This is great.
It's a proper opening round here. Look at the packed arena in the background just as MOSTEAN tries to go for the headshot. Good cover from the big Brazilian there. Just bringing that left hand up to cover.
kick. See? Alves lifted a leg up nice and high. And Ryan did their traditional, you know, something that we've come to know from them for so many years, that counter roundhouse kick underneath the attack.
Wonderful shot again from MOSTEAN. Great end to the round, 4-3. And just if we could talk a little bit more about that Iranian style, they find a way to score. And is that to do with their willingness to stand in that danger zone?
I think it's a little bit of, it's a combination of a couple things. It is their willingness to fight against whoever it is. If you notice, they never get rattled. They never look like, oh wow, it's a 3-point lead, a 4-point lead. Very calm. They stay to their game plan better than anybody probably in the world. Just keep going, for better or worse. They're going to keep their game plan, and most of the time it rewards them. I mean, look at this match. I mean, if you don't look at the scoreboard, you'll say the Hadi's winning this match. He's pushing them back. He's doing deductions. He scored 3 body points. You know, I mean, it's really impressive.
So you remember 2008 when Hadi Sahi was 4 points down, 2 head shots from Mauro Sarmiento, the third period, and he turns to his coach and says,
yeah, that was amazing, because those 4 points went up in the first, like, 30 seconds of the match. And he was just like, don't worry, we have a long time left in this match. And slowly, one by one, he got closer, he tied it up, and then all of a sudden there's a huge momentum shift where the athlete that was winning, feeling like they're on the verge, now they panic, and happens often. So now we have a change in stance here by Alves. He's coming out still with his right leg forward for a couple seconds. This obviously is a more comfortable position with his left leg forward.
use that long jabbing left, shifted stance there. MOSTEAN has the aggression, has the intensity, and has the centre of the ring. So important when these combos are on the board. They don't move out of that ring or hold too much. The referee being nice and lenient there. The standard of officiating has been excellent so far in this World Championships, worthy of mention. We're quick to criticise, but not too quick with the praise, but good work so far. And that little fast kick from Alves, just about registering. There's an attempted chop.
You know what's really interesting about MOSTEAN is his variety of techniques. He's just figuring out the puzzle. He's putting the pieces together. He tries this, tries that. He really does the same thing over and over, which is not common for most athletes. I mean, he has a very good arsenal.
There's that long arm there, waved by Alves, trying to keep his opponent at bay. He's just a little bit unsure as to what to do. He has the 1-point lead. He is staying reasonably aggressive. He's staying involved. Doesn't want to give the referee an excuse to give a Kyungo, but she probably should have done that.
Wow, I think he was out on 2 feet. But you know what's interesting is that Alves, what I don't like that he's doing, he's not picking his leg up and initiating first. He's letting Hadi just shoot at him, cut at him, roundhouse kick at him. He's letting him attack, and that's not the game. That's not going to serve him any advantage to you with those long legs.
Just 20 seconds left in this second round there. Just an unintentional blow there. Alves had his leg raised, and MOSTEAN smashed his own foot into it there. And one thing we know about the Iranians, they are tough. You mentioned Anastasia Valueva of Russia and that physical intensity. The Iranians bring it every single time.
Every single time.
We're back. Hadi MOSTEAN tries that little front leg jab, back leg turning kick, good cover again from Alves. An intriguing matchup, well, a little bit holding there from Alves. Did it on the blind side of the referee. And he's done well to protect that 1-point line.
Yeah, it was a good round, but I see him losing a little steam. He's kind of, look at him, he's walking back to the corner a little bit slower. Doesn't look quite as confident. You know, maybe he feels that MOSTEAN is figuring him out a little bit, you know, getting closer and closer to scoring, pushing him back a little bit. Maybe the weight cut is, here we go, opposite of Cha.
Yeah.
The taller guy obviously had to cut a lot of weight to make this category, and late in the round it becomes more apparent.
Certainly the case so far. But it has been MOSTEAN trying. That was just the last low kick there, just to the knee of the Iranian. But the adrenaline will take over. There was that chop kick attempted from the Iranian.
This third round, this is the closest semifinal that we've had, so this is going to be really interesting to see. You know, you have the aggressor is down on the scoreboard by 1 point. Both of them have Kyungos. The next deduction will be a point for the other person, so this is going to be interesting.
Well, we're into the third period here of the semi-final. the men's flyweight, 58 kilograms. Hadi Mosti of Iran, he's in blue, he's got 3 points, and he's going against Alves of Brazil, who's on the edge of the ring, got great strength there on one leg, kept himself in it. Hadi Mosti doesn't have his problems to seek here as he calls for the trainer.
I don't think it's intentional, but Alves making everybody cut off everything, so his ankles are a little weak right about now.
Sure. And if you're not familiar with the sport and you were watching MOSTEAN of Iran on the ground there, those little sensor socks, they match up to the body armour and they automatically register a point on the scoreboard if you hit it with enough contact and enough impact.
See, I like what Alves, I'm sorry to interrupt you, I like what Alves is doing now. See how he's using his front leg and he's making MOSTEAN figure a way around that. So it's almost like having a broom in your face. You're like, how can I get close enough to get that broom away from you without grabbing it?
Yep, and it's Alves that's cleaning up here. He's keeping MOSTEAN at bay. Just brushing him off every time there with that jab. But as we know about the Iranian style, when they get in close, they can fight in that pocket.
And again, a good adjustment by Alves. Now look where he's at. He's in the middle of the ring. He's not being pushed back. Oh,
that was intentional. For me, that looked intentional.
Well, even if it wasn't intentional, I think you got to call it.
I think he jumped into it.
Oh.
He's not going to give a Kyungo against MOSTEAN for falling, is he? No.
Yeah.
Good work again from the referee.
Right on spot. Good job. Even that. Watch how he lifts his leg and he recoils it and blocks with the shin.
You're not allowed to lift your leg with no intent to kick. And that was a nice little yup chuggy there,
Yeah,
old school.
Yup chuggy side kick. I think he can break a couple boards there.
He might get his yellow belt grading yet, but Alves is on the verge here with MOSTEAN of Iran. It's all to play for, and we could be on the verge of overtime here, but let's not speak too soon. There's still 30 seconds left in this third period.
I think MOSTEAN's got to be a little busier because he could be on the verge of getting his second deduction. Second deduction if he stays, if he's stalling a little bit too much, and that would obviously give Alves a point. Alves made a great adjustment by staying in the middle of the ring, using the front leg first, making it very difficult for Hadi to start his attack. He's not getting off nearly as many attacks as he was before.
Not sure there. Just a low blow again, just on the effort of pushing there. And Hadi MOSTEAN, he's been in the wars here. He's got 10 seconds left. And as you rightly said, Juan, he's had to stay active because he does have that Kyungo hanging over his head. And just if you're joining us late, we're delighted to have Juan Marino, triple Olympian, and of course here with the USA team, giving the benefit of his years of wisdom. But it's been the wiser man so far from Brazil, using the long legs, but MOSTEAN down the stretch has pulled himself right back into it. And with just 10 seconds remaining in the third period here, this semi-final, it's on a knife edge.
1 second. All right, here we go. Overtime. Golden point. Wow, this is nice, huh? This is fitting.
I think MOSTEAN in frustration there threw his gum shield down. But what do you do here? If you're the longer-legged man, do you let them walk into you? Do you?
You know what? I think this should be an easy match for Alves right now, because if I was Alves, I wouldn't have my leg any higher than MOSTEAN's waist. I wouldn't go above his shoulder where he could counterattack me underneath it, because as we know, the Iranians are very good at that. So you have to take away their bread and butter. I would be pushing, or me personally, I'd be using my side kick to push on his chest guard in a very low fashion, knocking him back and just hoping that I can register that point. But I would not lift my leg too high at all and give him an opportunity to go underneath it, because he will take it. He will take that chance. No, that's what I love about the Iranians. They'll take that chance. It's a 50-50. Maybe the side kick scores, but that's what they do. They're going to live and die with their strengths, as they should.
Absolutely right, and it is all about now 1 point. This will be the decider. Whoever scores first will march into the 2013 flyweight final.
Actually, with a front leg roundhouse kick. Oh, they both did the same thing. This is going to be great. So far, Alves hasn't been real effective with his body shots. So there it is, a little scraping. He reached out. MOSTEAN countered with the front leg roundhouse kick, and it looked like it must have just scratched the front of the chest guard, and it registered enough, and look, he pulled it out. What a great comeback, because he was behind the whole match, and like you said, he leveled the match late in the 3rd round and got the golden point.
Wonderful work from Hadi MOSTEAN. He carries the Iranian tradition into the final, his first ever World Championship final. Great effort from him. Sympathies too for Alves. He gave it everything he had. A little bit weight trained perhaps, just making a slight error.